Hey there, it's Beth, owner of Homegrown Fitness. I am an exercise physiologist, and today I wanted to take you through the foam roller. The foam roller is a great tool to help do a preparation prior to a run, a lift, or even after a workout as well. So the foam roller, what we're doing is a self-massage. So we are trying to release any tension or knots that our muscles may be holding so our muscle can work to its fullest potential. So that's why it's nice prior to a workout, prior to a lift, because again, you're getting into that mindset, it's easing you into the workout and it's releasing tension from the body. But then again, as a post-workout, it's great to cool you off. So we are gonna come down onto the floor. And if you have a short foam roller, those shorter ones work well just as well as the longer ones. And even the ones, there's like little nubbies on foam rollers. Those ones are nice. Just make sure it's softer in cushion because they're actually a little bit more invasive. So they're getting deeper into that fiber tissue. So starting at the calves, what we're going to do is we're going to place the foam roller on one side of your calf muscle, and you're going to use your other leg to kind of prop your weight up. And you can do this unloaded through the upper body as well, but I'm going to lift my body up through my palms and through my other foot, and I'm going to turn my toe in. When I turn my toe in, I'm getting the medial gastroc muscle or medial calf muscle, and then I'm going to turn it out as well to get the lateral. So I want to work both sides of the calf, and you can even work into the shin a little bit if you really roll that foot out. And depending on how tight you are or what kind of footwear you are wearing, your calves may be tight. So I would recommend the tighter the area, the longer you stay on that area to really release that tension. So anywhere from 30 seconds to 90 seconds to 3 minutes, whatever feels good for you during that time frame. And then what I would do is just switch to the other side and work the other side. So just again, propping my weight up through my palms and through my other foot to where my hip is elevated off of the ground. I rotate that foot in, and then I rotate the foot out. So I generally, with my clients, always start from the calves and work up because I'm using my upper body to release the lower body. So I want to make sure that I save my upper body for last so I can really get a nice release through the upper back and shoulders. Then from the calf area, we're going to transition into your hamstrings. So notice how I didn't just roll right into the hamstrings. Main reason why is we have little fluid-filled sacs in our joints. They're called bursas, and we don't want to cause inflammation to that area or aggravate an area. So I usually just avoid the knee joint, and then I place it mid-thighs, prop my weight up again through my palms, and I just travel to the bottom of my butt to right above the knee joint. Really working that full hamstring area. And here you can also kind of rotate to one side. So now I'm getting the inner thigh a little bit where I'm getting the outside of my other thigh. And then I'm just rotating side to side, working the full length here. From your hamstrings aren't generally tight on a lot of individuals. I find that the calves are going to be more tight, or the quadriceps. Also the piriformis muscle, which is just a little butt muscle right here. So we're going to sit right on top of the foam roller, and I'm going to make a figure 4. So I'm going to rest my ankle up onto my knee, and I'm leaning in to that arm on the ground, and I'm just going to roll my butt cheek. And this is where you can take it kind of right into that sacrum area, which is that bony process. And on the bottom of your butt, depending on how tight you are, you can just rock side to side, or you can roll the full thing. You can kind of sit on it and massage it as well. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, figure 4. I'm leaning into that glute muscle, into that piriformis, really trying to massage it out. And sometimes I also like to add in just that sacrum, which again is that tailbone bony process area, not into the low back. I'm literally right on top of my sacrum, which is right here. Nice little upside down triangle. It is positioned right into your pelvis. Then from that piriformis area, we're going to flip over onto our hands and knees to get the quads. So this is where a lot of times people are tight. And as I'm laying here, I'm just going to use my elbows again. I'm propping my body weight up. I'm going to rock back and then roll forward, avoiding the knee joint, but trying to get just close up to that kneecap, rocking back and forward. And then we can also add in that rocking motion. So I'm going to lean open towards one side, and I'm getting a little bit more of that lateral quadricep. I'm also targeting that IT band, which can cause a lot of issues if not taken care of or not released. It can cause IT band flare-ups, knee issues, hip issues. You can even get right onto that IT band if you lay on your side. And sometimes this is just so tender to the touch for a lot of individuals. I usually ease them into it by getting that lateral quadricep. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, where I just kind of, again, I'm rolling forward, rolling open, trying to get the full length of that quadricep. So I would probably recommend doing a good 90 seconds to 3 minutes on your quadriceps, especially if they're tight, so we can really release them, because then it allows us, once these are released, it allows us to target this area in a squat, in a lunge, in a hip up a lot better. Now we're going to flip over to your upper back, which is one of the most relaxing positions for all of my clients. Is you're going to place this foam roller across your shoulder blades. So as it's on your shoulder blades, I always just start in a nice back extension here, kind of open up that chest cavity. Then always support your neck. We're going to bridge, and we are just going to roll between the shoulder blades. And depending on how tight you are, I may have you work down to middle of your back, but not into your lower back. You might get some cracks in here. Try to avoid your neck. So you don't want to get into your neck much while you're here. You want to, again, just stay between those shoulder blades. And then up and down. If this feels good, you can do tons of different things here. Just dropping your hips down, you can just hold that back extension, especially in the morning. It probably feels nice. But if you are tight, again, 90 to 3 minutes if it feels good for you. And then once we hit that upper back, I want to target my lat muscle. So you're going to kind of feel a bony process right here in the shoulder blade. And you're going to place that foam roller on that part of your shoulder blade. You're going to take your other leg and just kind of prop it up, and you're going to shimmy on that bony process, kind of working up towards the armpit, but not into the armpit, just along that side there. You're going to feel it if you're on it. It's kind of an uncomfortable position, and a lot of times you might not be able to get off of your mat. Just even here, just rocking up and down, I can feel it. I'm pretty tight in there. So I would want to hang out here for a good 90 seconds to 30 minutes. I'm not timing, I'm just doing what feels good. And then we would roll to the other side, doing that same thing. So I'm positioning my thumb up here, if you notice, because again, it's putting my shoulder in a good, safe position versus palm down. I always just like to do palm up. And then just rocking up and down, getting that nice bony process, feeling that lat. This side is definitely tighter than my other side. So again, I would want to hang out here for 90 seconds to 3 minutes. Sometimes you might cringe when you are foam rolling. That is totally normal. It's just an uncomfortable position, but you don't want it to be painful. It's more like you're on a bruise and we're trying to massage that bruise out. That's what foam rolling can feel like if you're in a really tight area. So highly recommend adding this into either pre-workout or post-workout at least 2 times out of the week if you are tight or trying to do heavier lifting, even during your recovery week. So I always recommend doing a recovery week as well every week, because that recovery week allows your muscles to now prepare, loosen up for your next loading phase. If you have any questions, please send me an email, which you can find in the description below. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button and look for more exercise tutorials.